This project was inspired by a discussion, debate I had with my son during a restaurant trip having pizza one evening. I was simply pointing out what I thought was an obvious fact, and that was that the newer generation lacks the same kinds of social skills that my more seasoned generation has, that kids these days, they've got their faces in their cell phones. They don't tend to look people in the eye as often. They lack the basic social skills that my generation enjoyed. And I was explaining this to my son, and I thought it was pretty clear that we would all agree on it. And he asked a simple question. He said, "Well, Dad, how do you know that?" And I'm an evidence-based social scientist, so I had to, okay, when we get home, I'll find you the definitive study on this. And I thought I would be able to find it pretty quickly through Google Scholar or something. Surely there's some very strong evidence demonstrating this pattern. There's got to be. Because there are all these TED Talks and books talking about this decline. And I thought, sure, I was surprised to learn that this kind of evidence really didn't exist. And I thought, well, I am aware of some data that would allow for a much better test of this hypothesis than what we've had. And we expected, my collaborator Ben Gibbs and I expected that we would find that social skills had declined over time, and I could send this result to my son and I would win that debate. But our test of this hypothesis suggests that despite the increase in children's screen exposure in the last decade or two, we are not seeing a decline in their social skills. That the children who were using technology more frequently didn't seem to develop any differently in terms of their social skills than the children who weren't using technology at all.